I really wish it was cold in July when I saw this movie, but instead it's the end of May. It's the final movie of the month that I'm seeing. The film is called Cold in July. That really didn't work out. Damn it, leaving it in, who cares? Alright, the film is a 2014 movie. It's a thriller. It stars Michael C. Hall. Everybody knows him as Dexter. The film also stars Sam Shepard, Vanessa Shaw, and Don Johnson. It's centered in Texas in the late 1980s. And Philip C. Hall and Vanessa Shaw play husband and wife. And in the middle of the night, they have an intruder that comes into their house. And the father, Michael C. Hall's character, kills the intruder. And Sam Shepard's character comes into the scene because he is the supposed father of that intruder. And the plot just gets thicker and thicker and thicker. And that's really all I'm going to talk about because I don't want to go away too much. Because there were some really nice surprises in this movie that I didn't expect, even though I had seen the trailer, and the theater right behind me is the only theater that I know of that's actually playing this movie. The film might be also on demand, or maybe it'll definitely be on Netflix or something like that. I really don't know. But I know that it's playing in limited release, and the theater right behind me is, of course, the only theater that I know that it's playing in. There you go. So yeah, it's a pretty interesting film. And, you know, I just finished, actually, it's so weird because this weekend I just finally finished Dexter, the show. And I really enjoyed that show, Dexter, even though I felt like the last 4 seasons of the show were okay. And I also felt that the final moments of the show was pretty weak. But I always liked Michael C. Hall as an actor. And that's what intrigued me most about seeing this film, was that the fact that it was starring him. And he's really good in the movie. He's playing someone different than Dexter. He's playing a character that there were some parts in the movie where I felt like, oh, I see Dexter a little bit. Though, you know, he's a family man, he has a wife, he has a kid, and where he goes in this story is really not expected. I really like some of the twists and turns that made this film quite intriguing, and I like the way it looked. I have never seen, and this is the first time I've seen a movie from this director. I believe his name is Jim McKell. And I know that he has some other films on Netflix. They're on my queue list, and I'm looking forward to seeing them now after watching this film. This is not a thriller that actually changed my life or maybe see the world in a new light. But I liked some of the things that actually happened in this film. And I have to say my favorite aspect of this movie was the score. It really had this really cool retro 80s vibe to it. Even though this movie is centered in the 80s, you don't really get to see the style of the 80s, maybe some of the cars, but it's in this small town in Texas, and we never really get out of that much in this film. It does go out venture out to other aspects, other places in the movie, but you know, it felt like an 80s movie, and at the same time it didn't, mainly only because of the score that it felt like an 80s film. I don't know what else I can say about this movie. I mean, it didn't really amaze me. It didn't shock me as much. I think near the end there were some good moments in the film that did shock me and were very interesting and enjoyable. Well, but I have to say some of the thrills I've seen this year have been more memorable, more profound, more engaging than this film. I think this film is a good movie. It's a solid movie. It's definitely worth supporting and checking out, but you don't really have to rush to find it in the theater. If it's on demand, you can see it. I would wait until it's, you know, available streaming on Netflix or Redbox or any of those kind of online streaming facilities. It's a good movie. I think Michael C. Hall, Sam Shepard, Don Johnson, who kind of become this team in the film, they really did a good job together, had some really interesting chemistry, and, you know, helped me enjoy this movie a lot more than I thought I would. Though it's not a film that, you know, just I'm going to talk about tomorrow or the next week. I think this is the only time I'm going to see it, though I'm interested to see other films from this filmmaker more than actually ever seeing this movie ever again. But I do recommend you at least see it once. It's good, it's solid, it has some really great build-up, some really great tension in it. I just wish it shocked me more and left me like going, oh my gosh, I can't believe that just happened moments. But there was never that kind of moment in the film. But I think it's still a good movie, it's still a solid film, it's definitely worth checking out. And I'm going to give Cold in July a solid 3 stars out of 4. I'm MovieManCHAD. Please like, comment, subscribe to my channel. I'm also on Twitter, and I'm on Facebook, and please go to WeLiveFilm.com and subscribe right here on YouTube to We Live Film. Also go to Long Beach Acting and Film Association right here on Facebook and Twitter. Please also go to MoviePod.com, and if you enjoyed this video review, please click right here, subscribe to my channel. I'd really appreciate it. Thank you so much for watching. Have a great day, life, night, life, and everything else is going on in your life. And I hope that you had a great month in May. I'm looking forward to June and all the movies that are coming out this month of June. So I'll talk to you later, the next movie review. Have a great day. Life, night, wife? How did that slip in? Peace be with you, my friends.